very, very revolutionary what is being taught in Krishna consciousness. What Prabhupada did, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also did. He empowered for the first time. You will not find this in the Bhagavatam. He said that all women also should do devotional service, Krishna consciousness, and preach. He told Nityananda Prabhu, you first get married and then preach. So he wanted his wife also to be involved. So actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is empowering women. And there are many women, ladies in our movement who have given a lot of extraordinary, they've had many achievements. That is one thing. And what is women's liberation? Women's liberation can happen. We also believe in that. But we want to liberate the soul. They don't know what is the soul. So liberation doesn't mean that I will also do all the nonsense that men are doing, then I'm liberated. If they are doing all the wrong things, I mean in the sense, why they are only going out and drinking and womanizing, I will also go and drink and I will have as many boyfriends. How are you liberating yourself? You are also falling into the gutter. They have fallen and you also fall. That is not liberation. Liberation means that you go beyond this body. That is real liberation. Because they typecast you and say that you are a woman, you only can do all this. And in the sense, work-wise, okay, according to, we don't have to prove that I also have to do the same job, then only I'll be respected. No. That is demeaning ourselves. That means we are saying whatever we are doing is useless, so I have to do what a man does, then only I'll be respected. No. My work is equally important. But what is more important is who I am. I'm not even this woman or man. I'm a soul. So if a woman can be liberated in that way, then she can do amazing things. She can bring about a big change right from her family members. Maybe they're harassing her, get dowry and this and that. How much of harassment? There is rape and then so many struggles that women go through. But there doesn't seem to be any solution other than economic, they think. So they think of course government also helps. That helps many times because at least they can be self-reliant. They don't have to go running after some people who take advantage. So some economic independence, that helps. But that is not a surety. They are not happy also because you need protection, so many things. It's not just money alone. And the greatest protection and the greatest, first of all, the consciousness, the self-confidence. And all that comes through Krishna consciousness, happiness that comes. And you're not dependent on all people harassing you, telling you all sorts of things, get dowry and all these sort of things. No longer. You don't need to commit suicide. They think the only solution is I have to go jump off or burn myself, otherwise there's no solution. But this gives you a big new identity, a new life. You can, then you can consider, first of all, you have to value yourself, right? If people have always told you you're useless, and then some people even try to kill you in the womb just because you happen to be a girl, how horrible. What kind of happiness they'll be having? That they are very sad, blood ki paida ho gaya, main usko maar dena chahiye, and then get married off. That's the kind of thing you've been born with. What happiness or what kind of self-identity will be there? And that's why education also. Education is one thing in giving them a lot of confidence, but unfortunately, it also makes them arrogant and they don't want to cooperate. Everything, throw the baby with the bathwater. Everything good also they want to throw away because they feel traditional people have created havoc, so I won't accept any traditions. That's also wrong. But Krishna consciousness gives an alternative. If a woman becomes a devotee, everybody will respect her and she can bring about great things in the society, and she can change things in a family also, because that is the power of Gaurnitai. She becomes like a Devi, right? A goddess. And that is how women are treated actually in our Vedic culture. We have goddesses. Krishna himself, has kept all the three most important portfolios of finance, education and defense. To who? Lakshmi, Saraswati, and this thing. Three portfolios he is given to them. So, and they are worshipped. They have their own temples. So that is how great our culture is in respecting women. And Krishna, who are the topmost devotees, Radharani and the gopis, he will, Krishna dances to the tune of all these people. So we can see that a feminine thing is worshipped, it's respected in our culture, and it's only people who have lost all fine sense and who only think they are, physical prowess or money, that's all that matters. And they are very crass. And they think women means exploit them, their body, and then throw them. And then they are a liability. If they're not earning, then they are a liability. So they try to make women feel inferior if they're not going and taking up a job. And so with that, the families suffer, children are neglected, there's no all kind of, nice homely atmosphere is gone. So all these things can be changed when women become aware about themselves, who they are. That is real liberation. So if we can use that same situation to talk about how Krishna consciousness actually brings about a big revolution. And I've seen how many Mathajis, their lives have changed drastically. Before coming to Krishna consciousness, they were very meek and they were suffering and crying and they didn't even open their mouths. And at the minute they started learning Bhagavatam classes, they attend Bhagavatam classes, read Bhagavad Gita, and then they go out, they start preaching, finished. They are on a total different league. Okay, they are respected and they get the self-confidence to speak for the truth. I'm not going to be bothered, whatever you may call me, I will do what I think is right. That kind of determination and confidence has come. So many Mathajis who I myself have interacted with, and then you hear also of so many. So this is the real revolution, Mataji's empowerment through this. And Gaurnita are not, and Prabhupada also did not discriminate. He said, Matajis can do everything that the Prabhus can do in bhakti. Only in certain things like, like in the Vedas and all that, because from the beginning you have to recite all those Vedic chants. And normally it's not that women cannot do it. They just didn't educate them at all. They thought, let women only do that part. Who's ready to cook all the time? Who's ready to bear children? Most difficult jobs now. They wanted them to be involved in that. Let them not do all this, then what will happen? There won't be people to do that job, and then we'll also have competition in this. So they told them, no education. Just stay at home. You don't even need to be educated. Just serve your husband and just cook and just take care of children. It is all you do like that, and then you blame the women. Oh, they are only interested in, a family. They are only interested in this. You never gave them education to begin with. And now that is why you see some girls also, they are reciting mantras very nicely, performing all Brahminical things. Of course, it's not that we have to do everything that men are doing. We are okay about division of labor, but respect them for whatever they are doing. And in bhakti, there is no discrimination. So, that is real empowerment and respect for women. That is the most important thing. It is not what you're doing per se, but how much you get respect. And spiritually, when you identify as a soul, then you will get respect.